Deep Prabhu, you know, right? You know how to play guitar? Huh? Slow beat? Huh, that's okay. I'll not do fast. Nama Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Nama Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Jai Shri Krishna Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Rama. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Keep it somewhere in the table or somewhere, no? Don't keep it down. Behind there. So we will start our session with a Mangalacharan prayer. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we are continuing with the same topic that we were discussing, that is lust and its antidote. And basically it is the topic, the real name of the topic is the science of Bhakti Yoga. No? So the first session that we saw, what, can anybody remember and tell some points from that session? Lust and its antidote. So the living entities, the major enemy of the living entity in this world is the lust. So, and what does this lust do? Why it is called as the enemy? It covers the intelligence of the living entity. So basically it is mentioned that, first the whole topic comes about when Arjuna asked this question. So atap kena prayuktoyam papam charati purusha. So even if I don't want to do some sinful activity, why am I forced to do sinful activity? So I am not in want of that, but somehow by some force, I am doing this sinful activity. So why is it so? This is the question, and Krishna answers that it is because of the sinful enemy of this world, that is there. So in this connection, we'll build the background and we'll come to today's topic. So in this connection, we see that we become affected by the material nature, and we tell that in different ways. Sometimes we call it as three modes of nature, and sometimes here in this context it is only lust is actually focused upon. So but essentially we are affected by the three modes of nature, right? So goodness, passion and ignorance, and that actually covers, this modes of nature actually covers the living entity, and the living entity is not able to do or work in its natural way, right? So we are working in a different way because of the because of the infection, we can call, of the three modes of nature. So Srila Prabhupada sometimes he tells that it is how do we get affected by this modes of nature? Any opinions? How do we get affected by the modes of nature? Yeah, when we come in contact with the modes of nature. So for this, Prabhupada gives a nice example. So if there is some the infection that is going on, if there is some bacterial infection or viral infection that is going on, so you just need to be there and you get affected. You just have to be there where the affected area, and you get affected by that infection. And once you get affected, how long it takes to get cure? It takes a long time to get cure. It is not so suddenly if somebody is lying down in the fever, so we cannot say, give up the fever and get up. It is not possible to give up so easily. So taste will not be there, and then energy will not be there, appetite will not be there. All these things, and will not have the energy to get up, walk, and things like that. So now a person, like this is the condition of a person in the material world, and it requires a treatment, to get well. So that treatment is what is the Krishna consciousness, or in the first session we saw that there are multiple different treatments that are available. Just like in the normal disease, we have multiple different treatments, allopathy, homeopathy and things like that. In the same way, we have the multiple different treatments, that is karma yoga, jnana yoga, and ashtanga yoga and bhakti yoga. So these are the four yoga systems which Bhagavad Gita actually talks about. So nowadays, like many yoga systems people are creating, but all the yoga systems has to come from the Yogeshwara, the master of all the yogas, that is Krishna. So people are creating new yoga systems. How is it possible? So it is not possible. So it has to be one of these four only, right? Karma, jnana, ashtanga and bhakti, right? So there cannot be any new yoga systems coming up apart from these things. So now these yoga systems, what are they working upon? So in the first session we saw that how the senses, mind and intelligence are the ones which are affected by this infection. Just like if some infection comes, we know, like if some viral infection comes, it affects like externally, whatever I've heard. So throat, this one liver and things like that. I don't know, lungs and things like that. So certain areas, specific areas it actually attacks. So in the same way, when this material nature, if it affects the living entity, it attacks specific areas. Senses, mind and intelligence. This is the areas it actually affects. And no, these are the ones which are prone for three modes of nature, and that has to be protected. No, these areas have to be protected. And all the yoga systems actually put the practitioner into some practices to control these aspects, senses, mind, and intelligence, and then to develop a spiritual, to develop spiritual advancement. So that is this one. So then after that we came to the process of Bhakti Yoga. Right. So what is the process of Bhakti Yoga? How does Bhakti Yoga function? How does Bhakti Yoga help us to control senses, mind, and intelligence? Regulating our senses in Krishna consciousness, by engaging our senses in Krishna consciousness. So we have to regulatedly engage the senses in Krishna consciousness. So did we discuss about rules and regulations? Why there is rules and regulations? The reason behind rules and regulations? Yeah. So two places rules and regulations are put. What are the two places? One is tendency to enjoy is there, but then it is not very good. So then it has to be regulated. And something that is good is there, but we don't like to do it. So there also regulation will be there. You know? So like now, for example, what is good for us we don't like to do? Chanting. So उसमें minimum regulation. No, minimum 4 माला तो करना ही है. So it is like minimum this much you have to do. And if there is something bad that we have, so what is that? So like illicit sex, so gambling, meat eating, and intoxication. So then it is mentioned that like we need to have what is that? There is what? Overheating. Huh? Mobile is getting overheated. It's actually getting overheated. No. It's not, no. No. So yeah, so basically like the rules and regulations are put in these two places. So when there is a some things which is not very good for us, and then still like we are so much in interest with that. So like overeating is not good, so then we'll have to define, okay, this is the upper limit, beyond this you cannot eat, So no upper limit, beyond this you cannot do that, right? So when something is not very good for us, so then the upper limit is defined, and something that is good for us but we don't have attachment to it, then the lower limit is defined. So both these things are ways of regulating. When you do a upper limit cap, so then slowly over a period of time, we'll keep reducing the upper limit, and then that is a way of getting out of that habit. And we define a lower limit, and slowly we'll keep increasing the lower limit, and that's the way of developing some good habits. So this is the ways of rules and regulations. This is the way we regulate the senses, mind, and intelligence. These three things have to be regulated like this. And then the practice of Bhakti Yoga. The Bhakti essentially means Rishikena Rishikesa Sevanam. So this also in detail we saw this particular shloka, that engaging the senses in the service of the Lord. That is a process of Bhakti Yoga. So when we do this thing, then gradually the senses, mind, and intelligence becomes purified, and it starts engaging in Krishna's service. So like it starts becoming controlled. So this also, like, there are two ways of control. So one control which is done by the other yoga systems, Ashtanga yoga and like Jnana yoga and things like that. So one control is that completely avoid the sense objects. That is one control we discussed. What is the other control? Engage the senses and sense objects appropriately in Lord's service. So one is that do not do the crime. Another is do the right activity. So the other system, other yoga systems, they actually put the practitioner on the platform of do not do the crime, and Bhakti Yoga system, it puts the practitioner on do the right activity. So right activity karenge to crime hoga hi nahi. So in that way, like, the mind, senses, and intelligence are controlled no, the control is needed, that like a person has to control it from doing something wrong, no. And the two ways is, one is don't do wrong, another is do right, so these are this one. So Bhakti Yoga system, it actually shows us that everything that exists belongs to Krishna, and everything should be rightfully used in the service of Krishna, right? So, and once we automatically put our senses in the service of Krishna, automatically we don't do any sinful activities, right? So sinful activities automatically stops. And we saw the practice, we saw the practice, like how to do this this one bhakti, how to engage the senses in the service of the Lord. Amrish Maharaj, before that we saw one thing, 9 limbs of bhakti, what Prahlad Maharaj says: Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnuho, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Mandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam, right? So Tipumsarpitha Vishnu, Bhaktischain Navalakshana, Kriyate Bhagavat Yadda, Tanmanye Deetamutamam. So this is what Prahlad Maharaj actually mentions. He says that these 9 processes is the ways in which we can actually perform devotional service. And that was further expanded in the pastime of Amrish Maharaj. We saw that like how different limbs of the body has to be engaged in the service of the Lord. So anybody remember these different items? How to engage the senses in the service of the Lord as did by Maharaj Ambrish? Anybody has taken notes?
Engaging mind in lotus feet of Krishna.
Okay.
Employ words in describing glories of Lord.
Okay.
And use hands in cleaning a temple. Ears in hearing words spoken by Krishna.
Okay.
Eyes in seeing deities. Sense of touch in touching body of devotees. And sense of smelling fragrance of flowers. Tongue in tasting prasad, tulsi leaves. Legs in going to temple. Head in bowing down before Lord. And engaging all desires in service of Lord.
Okay. So like this, we see that these are the regulations. These are the regulative principles. So regulative principles means like we have to do this diligently every single day. So that is called the regulative principles. So when we do these things, seems to be very simple, no? It's not very big thing, all of these things. Savai Mana Krishna Padaravinda, you're meditating on the lotus feet of the Lord, and then Vacham Shivaikuntha Guna Anuvarnane, speaking about the glories of the Lord, and using the hands and cleansing the temple of the Lord. So very, very simple things. It's not very big thing, but it produces big result. Sometimes simple things produce big result. So that is why sometimes people have this one, like if we have to get liberation, if we have to become purified and elevated in bhakti and things like that, so kuch to bada circus karna chahiye, So and they expect something, and then we say like these small things, if you do, you will become advanced. So they don't have sufficient faith actually, but we should have sufficient faith, and we should try to practice these simple things. Actually, when we start practicing these simple things, we'll know like how depth it is there, how much of depth it is there. So people who think that it is simple, so they may not be able to make it so well. So actually, this is very, very deep principles, and which is coupled with there are some other things which are coupled with this. We had explained that when we explained this particular thing. What is the mood? Yeah, so I'm not eligible, but it is the mercy of the Lord. I've been given an opportunity to exercise, or to practice these devotional principles, right? So, like people who take it very lightly, then they may not be able to access these things. So, this access to spiritual realm is given by the mercy of the Lord. It is not just by, just like that we cannot actually access. It is not possible. So, we need to actually pray to the Lord that, please allow me to engage, myself in your devotional service. And with that prayer, when we approach, so then the Lord may actually reveal Himself. Lord may actually reveal Himself in this process. So this one, the tough thing in this thing is that we cannot force the presence of the Lord. These are all ways in which we are trying to come in touch with the Lord, but we cannot force the presence of the Lord. We cannot forcibly access the Lord. So that's the catch over here. So the real difficult thing, now what is the real difficult thing in the process of Bhakti Yoga? In executing all these things, the real difficult thing is, developing this particular mood. This is the most difficult thing. The external activities, people always look at the external activities. So external activities, it is easy. कोई बच्चा भी कर देगा इसको. No, it is not a very big deal. But this mood behind this, no, that is the most key aspect. No, it is by the great mercy of the Lord I am able to get this opportunity. Right. So this is the key aspect. No, the very, very important aspect. So after describing this practice, last session we described in detail about the particular mood of prayer, and then in the today's session we are going to discuss about the mood of gratitude. These are the two moods which has to accompany with the practice. That is when the practice gets the life. So otherwise the practice will become lifeless. So there is one shloka is there. Bhagavad Bhakti Hinasya Jati Shastra Japa Tapa Apranasya Dehasya Mandanam Lokaranjanam. So like Bhagavad Bhakti Hinasya, so like without devotion to the Lord, so Jati Shastra Japa Tapa, or like good birth, like good education and austerity and following many rituals and things like that. So it is like Apranasya Dehasya. It is like a body without life. Body without life. So it will not, the devotional practices without the mood of prayer and gratitude, it is like practice without life. The life actually comes from the mood of prayer and gratitude. Without that, the practice doesn't gets the life. We will be mechanical. So the whole practice will be mechanical and we will not make any advancement in the path of Krishna consciousness. So to make advancement, these two are very, very essential. The mood of prayer and mood of gratitude. So, and then we saw that why do we need to do prayer? So there is some prerequisites for prayer we discussed in the last session. Beggar wala analogy. So what was there in the beggar analogy?
You should know how to beg nicely.
Yeah, you should know how to beg. Huh? Down to earth. Whom we are begging, okay? So one is that he is not feeling entitled to get. Means if he begs, he knows that I am not, like I may get or I may not get. In shopkeeper, when you go and transact, definitely if I give money, he has to give the product. Otherwise, he has to give back the money. So like we can demand. Otherwise we can go to the consumer court. So but then the thing is in the process of begging. So the one this one is that I am not entitled to get the benefit. That's okay. And so that is like one of the prerequisites. And another very important basic foundational prerequisite.
That I am in need of this.
Yeah, I'm in need. There is a feeling of need that is actually very much necessary. So when we practice devotional service, when we practice this 11 items that we saw, that meditation on the lotus feet of the Lord and these aspects. So one of the important thing is like we need to feel the need of it. I am stuck in this material world. So what is the problem that we started with in the first session? What is the lust is there, and why the topic of lust itself came? The first question Arjuna asked. Ata kena prayuktoyam papam chariti. Even though I don't want to perform sinful activities, it appears as if I am dragged by force to do the sinful activities. So this is the one which is going to create the need for us. So what is the need in the process of begging? So in the process of begging, what is the basic need that we have? We don't want to commit sinful activities, but we are pulled by the material nature to do these various activities, right? So we are pulled by the material nature to like enjoy the material world, right? So the senses are naturally tuned to enjoy the material things, and it may appear to be like nice. It may appear to be like nice in terms of in the enjoyment, but philosophically we understand. So again and again we get into the trouble because of the process of sense gratification, right? So this process of sense gratification, how to actually cut down. So we should have that need in this one, in the system. So when we have that need, so then we go to the Lord and we can pray to the Lord. See, like, I am tormented by this material world, and then my natural tendency is to do sense gratification. So when will my mind be purified, and when will I be attached to you, attracted to you? So this kind of a prayer, will start coming, like, once we feel the need of it, right? So this is the basic need. So need, like, are everybody feeling the need of Krishna consciousness deeply? So many times, sometimes it comes, when our problem comes, the need arises, and when our problem subsides, the need actually goes off. So it happens, sometimes it comes up and down, right? That. So like over a period of time, we should actually understand, through the symptoms only we should understand, we are going to get into trouble. So what is the symptom? Like if this one mind is attracted to sense gratification, later we are going to get into trouble. So ehi samsparsha ja bhoga dukkha yona evate adyantavanta kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha. So like the contact between senses and sense objects, for the sake of enjoying it, is the ultimate, this one formula for getting into misery, dukkha yona evate, right? So like this graphically Krishna mentions, it is like when the senses and sense objects come together, so there is a pregnancy of misery happens, dukkha yonaya, and then the misery will be delivered later, So it is like pregnancy of misery happens now, and generally after pregnancy the delivery happens after some time, So that is why people don't understand. I enjoy nicely, and after some time miseries come. Why these miseries are coming to me? Science behind is like this. Whenever you do sense gratification, that time only pregnancy happened, and misery will be delivered later. Right? So that is a formula. So an intelligent person, he starts tracking this thing, and then he starts tracking that desire for sense gratification is the actual problem. And once we had. I think just like small snippet I had just mentioned about, there is a story of a prostitute. Did I mention? The Pingala, yeah. So it's a story of a prostitute, and finally, she offers her prayers, and finally she concludes, Ashahi paramam dukkam, nairashyam paramam sukham, like that. That's a ultimate statement. Asha, this desire and expectation, this is the source of the misery, and nairashyam means actually speaking, it's a Krishna conscious desires, we can say no material desires or Krishna conscious desires, desire to please the Lord, desire to serve the Lord, that is the paramam sukham, it's the greatest happiness actually. So this is the crux of this one. So now the prayers, the basic thing that is needed is that we should feel the need for the prayer. We should feel the need. I am in trouble, I need help. When these two things are established, then the prayers come out very nicely. So this is we have to train ourselves in that particular aspect. So once in a while when problems become big, we naturally feel that, but other times we should train ourselves to feel that need actually. Otherwise we will not be able to make prayer. And if you are not making prayer, then the devotional practice becomes lifeless. So the real, what is that? The current of devotional service doesn't, affect us. So we become immune. We have become immune to devotional practices. So like that it becomes. So the real life of devotional practice is the prayers. So we should feel the need of it, and we should feel the need of help of Krishna, right? So that is when the natural prayers actually come. So then the next thing is gratitude. So this gratitude, what is the need? What is the mood of gratitude? Anybody can explain this emotion of gratitude? Okay, what do we call gratitude in Hindi? Kritanyata. Kritanyata. So like this, can anybody explain this gratitude?
Even though I am not eligible to get this, but if someone is giving it, then basically gratitude.
Okay. Yeah, even though we are not eligible to get something, if somebody gives it, we feel the gratitude, right? So somebody is in deep financial need. He doesn't have any source of getting it, and somebody helps him out, saying, okay, fine, I'll give you the necessary money to go through your difficult time. So then we feel, no, thank you, no, it's a great help in the right time, right? So like that. And if you are no if you are hit by a vehicle or something like that, and you are in a very difficult situation, and at that time, no, you don't have the capacity to get up, walk, go to the hospital and things like that, and maybe you don't have any friends or relatives around you, and if somebody comes and helps you, no, it's like, no, so many people are passing by, and is it a rule that people have to come and help me? No, there is no rule. There is no need for anybody to help me. But still, if somebody comes, no, we feel grateful, right? So it is thank you. No, you have taken your time. Like maybe you had some work and some plans for the day, so you have sacrificed that, for taking care of me. So it is something very important, right? So in that way, like we feel gratitude towards those things. So in the same way, this Krishna consciousness is something beyond our jurisdiction, beyond the material jurisdiction. So Atashri Krishna Namadi na bhaved grahyam indriye. So we cannot access this Krishna consciousness through our material senses. It is not at all possible. But then still we are given an opportunity to practice this Krishna consciousness, right? So this is, we have a limitation of, it is a spiritual thing and we are a material personality. So matter can never access spirit, right? So that's a limitation that is there. So but then still, by the mercy of the Lord, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we are able to get this opportunity to practice Krishna consciousness. So this brings about the feeling of gratitude. So when we take this Krishna consciousness simple, like so many mantras are there. This is also one mantra, like we are chanting, and then okay, these simple practices of this one is there. So like what is so great about it? Anyway, I'll do it. So then the mood of gratitude is not there behind it. Then it loses its life. Prayer and gratitude is the life of devotional service. Without that, the devotional service doesn't get its life. We will just mechanically be doing something, but actual benefit of devotional service, that doesn't occur. The benefit of devotional service is that the material illusion subsides and the spiritual vision arises, right? So, and self-realization arises. This to happen, we need to have these two principles. Like we need to practice. The real practice is the Navavida Bhakti or Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, or the 11 principles that we saw. And these 11 principles, to give its results properly, these two moods are very essential, prayer and gratitude, right? So, and it is very much, these two moods having its solid foundation on the mood of humility, on this one mood of humility, that I don't deserve, but then still, I have been awarded. So this is a very essential mood actually. So in this connection, we see that, when Prahlad, he was, he was called upon, by the, Prahlad was tortured by Hiranyakashipu, and then like he, this one, the Supreme Lord Nrsingadev actually appeared. So there is a nice shloka that is there in this connection. Satyam vidatum nujavitya bhashitam vyaptim shabhuteshva akileshu chatmana what is that? Adrishyata ati adbhuta rupa mudvakan stambe sabhayam na mrugam na manusham. So this is like the Lord appeared, for proving the words of Prahlad to be true. Satyam vidatum nijabhritya bhashitam. Nijabhritya means one's own servant. So Prahlad is servant of the Lord. So nijabhritya bhashitam. So he told. So what did Prahlad told? Yeah. So like Hiranyakashipu asked, you keep on, I'm talking to you, so you should be seeing me. But you keep on staring at this pillar. Kya? Tumhara Bhagwan udhar hai kya? So mera Bhagwan hai. Actually, like Lord was there. Like Lord was actually showing himself, and then Prahlad was attracted to him, and he was seeing. Otherwise, like why would he not pay attention to his father? So like he was actually seeing the Lord. So but then like Hiranyakashipu asked this question, that are you there? Like is your Lord there? Why are you staring at the pillar over there? And then he says, yeah, like he's there. So then just to prove the words of Prahlad, like Nrsingadev appeared from the pillar. He literally broke open and he appeared from the pillar. So now this is the reason for which the Lord has come. So now when actually this one comes, the point that comes, Prahlad, okay, pacifies Nrsimhadev with prayers. So now, like when Nrsimhadev appears, he kills Hiranyakashipu and he actually destroys all the demons, and he's still roaring with lot of anger, right? So at the time, all the devatas, they're all going and offering prayers. So, and when they're offering prayers, so Nrsimhadev is still like very much angry. His anger is not getting subsided, and he's looking like he will actually devour the entire world. He'll actually destroy everything. It's like everybody is getting terrified. Even the Devi Devatas are also getting terrified like anything. So that time, like what is it? Brahmaji comes and tells Prahlad, see, the Lord has appeared only for you. So you should go and pacify. So Prahlad actually makes this prayer. Brahmadaya suragana munayota siddhaha satvaikatana gatayo vachasam pravahe naraditum purugune adunapi pipru kim toshtum narhati same harirugra jate. So this is a very nice prayer. So the translation goes like this. So please listen to this nicely and then tell what is the aspect of gratitude and how is Prahlad's humility. These are the things that you have to explain after hearing this. Please hear carefully. Prahlad Maharaj prayed, how is it possible for me who have been born in the family of Asuras to offer suitable prayers to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Even until now, all the demigods headed by Lord Brahma and all the saintly persons could not satisfy the Lord by streams of excellent words, although such persons are very qualified, being in the mode of goodness. Then what is to be said of me? I am not at all qualified. Yeah. So what is the mood of humility of Prahlad in this?
Low self-esteem, feeling others as higher.
Low self-esteem? No, it's not low self-esteem.
Not, but
Okay, what is low self-esteem? So when you don't have confidence on yourself, that's called low self-esteem. How this is not low self-esteem? Lord has appeared. It's Lord is there, over there. So the whole context is, Lord has appeared and he killed all the demons and still he is very, very angry. And then all the devatas, they have attempted to pacify the Lord and they were not successful. So none of them were successful, and then they requested Prahlad, no, you attempt to pacify the Lord. That's this one. So now Prahlad is starting his attempt to pacify the Lord, his prayers. So at the time he is telling, so again I'll read this. How is it possible for me, who have been born in a family of Asuras, to offer suitable prayers to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Even until now, all the demigods headed by Lord Brahma and all the saintly persons could not satisfy the Lord by streams of excellent words, although such persons are very qualified, being in the mode of goodness. Then what is to be said of me? I am not at all qualified. Right? Huh? Yeah. So before getting into our actual question, so another important foundational question has come. So about low self-esteem. It is not low self-esteem. Why it is not low self-esteem? Low depression, but this feeling doesn't cause depression. Why? So but what makes him?
Because he was just praying to the Lord, and Lord appeared for him. He was confident that nothing will happen. He also came to save him.
Yeah. So it's no. Here I am not at all qualified. No. तो अपने आप को बहुत नीचा ये कर रहे हैं. So then generally this is the formula for getting into depression. That's okay. But how this bhav is not going to take a person into depression? How it is different from depression?
Depression is something which he don't have belief that God will solve the problem. He don't
Hmm.
have that belief.
Hmm.
And this is something like he's surrendering completely to God that I'm nothing, you are everything. Like I'm very less.
So if somebody is saying, like a depressed person, he will, if he is asked to do something, oh, I'm not qualified, I'll not do it, and things like that. But a devotee, he will say, I'm not qualified, but still he will try to do. No, why is it?
Without expecting, he knows God can
I am not qualified. I will attempt it to do, and if it is successful, it is by the grace of the Lord. No, I will not be able to do. I am 100% sure I will not be able to do. But by the mercy of the Lord, any wonderful things can happen. No, so even after doing big things, even after doing very miraculous things, still they have this idea that my own qualification is not that great, and whatever has happened now, it is simply because of the mercy of the Lord. No, it is He who has performed this particular activity, right? So this is very nicely, we can see that in this one of Dhruva Maharaj, the another very important character in Srimad Bhagavatam. So he was a small boy who didn't had any formal education. No, he didn't know like how to actually construct sentences, poetry, and prayers and things like that, right? And Prahlad Maharaj is also a similar kind of a boy. Right? So Dhruva Maharaj went to the forest to do tapasya, and then the Lord appeared in front of him, and he wanted to offer some prayers, glorify the Lord. So but then वो अनपढ़ है, कुछ पता नहीं उसको. So then the Lord actually touched the conch on top of his head, and by the blessings of the Lord he started making eloquent prayers, right? So it is very clear, in this case, so it is very clear that he is not qualified. So, but then the Lord actually enabled him to do that. And even in the case, like, we may have gone through education, we may have gone through so much of learning and things like that, and we have got something in our, in our head, some understanding, some knowledge and things like that. So this is actually a big problem. No, so big problem. What is a big problem? So we think that I have acquired this knowledge. I am the proprietor of this knowledge. That's the problem. So the real thing is, I don't have anything, and it's by the grace of the Lord I have got some knowledge, right? So then that is called humility. So here it is not low self-esteem means I'll not be able to do it, and even Bhagwan bhi chahiye, like I'll not be able to do it. That is low self-esteem. And this devotional feeling means I'll not be able to do it, or Bhagwan chahenge to ho sakta hai. No, so that is devotional feeling, so that's the difference between low self-esteem and the devotional feeling, right? So this is not low self-esteem. Sometimes like people actually, this we should not confuse it with that, So this is very important foundational principle. So on top of it, like now we'll come to the sense of humility and gratitude. So what are the points that you can actually see in this about humility and gratitude? In this particular prayer that is you just read.
He is born in a family of Muslims.
Hmm.
And all the family also very educated society.
Mm-hmm.
But even they are not able to see the Lord as something. Then now
Pacify the Lord, pacify the anger of the Lord. Hmm.
and now he's a small boy. As he told, he has no formal education, nothing. Just he has the bhakti to do. Bhakti towards the Lord.
Yeah.
And Lord appeared for him.
So like, yeah, so this is a very important thing. A devotee actually, the mood of humility means to count upon one's own disqualifications, right? So he is seeing that, he could have told like, to Bhagwan mere liye aaye the, मैं ठीक कर दूंगा. So like that, he could have been there in that kind of mood. But he is telling, no, I am born in the family of Asuras. And then these are all great people, these are all very nice people. So they have not been able to do, what can I do, But like in case if I become successful in this, it is not, that I am greater than them. No, देखो like ये लोग सब नहीं कर पाए, मैं कर दिया. So it is not that mood. So it is like, they are not able to do, and if they cannot do, definitely I cannot do. And if something happens, it is simply by the grace of the Lord. It is not by my qualification. So this is a very important qualification. And this actually attracts the attention of the Lord. So Lord becomes captivated and attracted by this kind of feeling. No, so this is a very, very, no, like we are trying to practice devotional service, and we saw that, like, the purification of the mind, intelligence, and senses happens when we engage ourselves in the service of the Lord. And one very important thing that we saw is that we cannot force the Lord, in this whole transaction. And if we cannot force the Lord, how to attract the Lord? So this is the point. So when we have this, this one, there is some things, when a devotee possesses, that actually attracts, the Lord, right? So it is like, now when we put the tube light, if the mosquitoes are there in this area, automatically the mosquitoes get attracted to the tube light, So it is like, whenever we want to drive away some flies, that has come inside, we switch off the light in the room and we put the light outside, and door khol ke rakhte hain. So then all of them go outside, So there is, everyone gets, has some kind of an attraction. Like naturally this one opposite sex, they have attraction towards each other. So in the same way, like the Lord also becomes attracted towards the devotee when the devotee has these ornaments. Like this is, in fact, it is a sadhu bhushana. It is mentioned as sadhu bhushana, ornaments of a sadhu. Titikshava karunika suhruda sarvadehinam ajata shatrava shantava shadava sadhu bhushana. So this is, these are some of the qualities, but then like this foundational qualities is the mood of humility. So when this is there, so it naturally attracts the Lord. So such people will be able to chant very nicely, will be able to, like, read, hear about the Lord very nicely and things like that. Naturally they will also have attraction to the Lord, and Lord also will have attraction to them, right? So these two transactions happens very nicely, So anything about gratitude?
I'm not eligible, but still Brahma and all demigods, they have sent me to testify.
Yeah. So he was not at all attempting to go in front of the Lord and offer prayers and things like that. So when all the demigods were offering prayers, he was like, bade log kuch kar rahe hain, to like, chota log kada ho jana chahiye, and then we should just try to assist them, rather than like, hare hato, like, main karta hu. That is not a good this one. So, and then here we see that, a small boy, like who is so humble and who feels himself unqualified, and he gets the, like, elevated position, So it is sometimes in this world it is seen that, like till the time we glorify ourselves and put ourselves in the front, people will not understand us, So that is the whole thing that is preached about in this world. So the, like you have to tell about yourself, you will have to tell about how great you are and how nice you are and things like that. Tabhi log samjhenge. But actually speaking, the more we do this thing, more we repel people. So people who are glorifying about themselves only, so they are not very attractive. So but on the other hand, so even a small boy becomes like so attractive in terms of eligibility to approach the Lord. So just by the, like, expression of mood of humility, right? So like that. So people with lot of pride, they may be able to cut through, and they may be able to present themselves first, but in long term they will not be able to sustain. Long term sustenance comes from the mood of humility. This is the long term sustenance actually. So there is another very nice story that is there in this connection. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so when he was doing his manifest pastimes, so he came to South India, to tour the South India, and when he was coming through, I don't remember exactly the place where he is, where this incident happened. So in one place, I think in the Harikshetra or some place like that it is mentioned. So when he was coming through that place, so there was one Brahmana, or there was one person who was a leper, who was having Kushta Roga, and his whole body was, leprosy means, like what all happens. So it will have, whole body will have lot of wounds, and it will have pus oozing from all the places and things like that. And he was such a person that in the pus, like in the wounds, there will be worms, that will be there, and even if some worm falls down, he will take and keep it back. So what is the mood, like why he was doing that? Because I am sinful, I have got this disease, But then Lord has allowed this insect or the worm to, like, he has destined this worm's food as my body, and who am I to deprive that? Who am I to, like, stop that? So that was his mood. And then he was like, he was very deeply spiritual in this way. And then he got to know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has visited this particular place, and he wanted to just to have a darshan from a far distance, and he was actually rushing towards that place, and he got the news that Mahaprabhu has already left and he went far away. So then he was feeling very much dejected, so that I could not able to get the darshan of the Lord. So and then he fainted in that place. So then what happens is, he got then after that, the Lord suddenly, understanding the mood of this devotee, so he actually came back to that place. Nobody actually conveyed the message or something like that. The Lord is situated as Paramatma in the heart, so he knows the mood of the devotee. And then he came back, and then when he came back, this person was so much attracted, so much, he was feeling so grateful to the Lord that Lord has changed his plan and he has actually come. And then, the Lord picked him up and he wanted to embrace this person. And who's he? He's a leper. Leper means he'll have lot of wounds in the body, and he was feeling that if the Lord embraces me, and it is going to I'm going to contaminate the Lord's body with all the pus and things like that. He was so much hesitating, but then the Lord forcibly embraced him, and after the embrace of the Lord, his body became completely cured, and he became very, very beautiful. So after that, can anybody guess what was his mood? What was the devotee's mood? What did he express to the Lord? Grateful to the Lord? For what he has become grateful? Lord embraced. Yeah, that's the point. He became grateful. So, but he was sad also. What he was sad for?
He's thinking कि मैं इतना पतित हूँ कि अगर वो मुझे छोड़ेंगे तो मेरे पास आ रहा है तो उनकी भी लग जाएगा.
हाँ, so that was a sadness. So, but then his body became beautiful after that. So after that also he became sad. So he was sad, or he was afraid, because now people all will glorify me, saying that भगवान ने इतना बड़ा चमत्कार कर दिया आपका शरीर पे. So Lord has did such a wonderful feat on you, so you are a great devotee. And ये सुन के pride आ जाएगा, and I will lose the Lord. So that was his problem. Right? And he was grateful to the Lord that I am not at all qualified. And I am such a sinful person. The proof of my sin is that I was suffering from leprosy. And why should the Lord actually embrace me? Why should the Lord do this thing to me? So, but he doesn't have any need to do this thing to me. But still he did, upon me. So this is a very important feeling, the mood of humility. So the same thing, at that time, this Vasudev, this leper, he remembers a shloka from Bhagavatam, which also has a similar kind of a, similar kind of a interaction that happens with Krishna. Anybody remember similar kind of an interaction? No. Yeah, Sudama. No, Sudama. So Sudama, when he went to the palace of Krishna, so that time, Krishna actually embraced him. The first interaction that he had was, he actually embraced him. So that time, Sudama actually mentions a particular shloka. He says, Kva aham daridra papiyan, Kva Krishna Shri Niketana. So Kva aham means who am I? Daridra papiyan. So what is the meaning of these two words? Garib. I don't have anything. And on the contrast, he is actually telling, Shri Krishna, what is that? Kva Krishna, Shri Niketana. Shri Niketana means? So Niketana means?
Place of stay.
Place of stay. And Shri Niketana means all the opulences, actually stay in him. And on contrast, who am I? I am Daridra. There is no comparison. Like friendship happens with a equal level, right? There is no comparison at all. So he is Sri Niketana and I am Daridra. And then this one, Papiyan. So like I am sinful. So like the devotees have ways to justify how we are sinful actually. So like he was that ki like poverty is there and there is no sufficient food is also there. So इसका मतलब कुछ तो पाप किया होगा, है ना? So that is his justification. Sometimes the Lord puts his devotees in this situation, just to show their devotional mood. So but then the devotees, they actually see, okay, I'm going through this, that means I must have committed some sinful activities, right? So he is telling that I am such a sinful person and the Lord is such a great person. And then like Brahma Bandhu Ritismaham, so I am just a relative of a Brahmana, I am not at all a Brahmana. So like I don't have the qualifications of a Brahmana. So but I am born in a Brahmana family, but I don't have the qualifications of a Brahmana, right? So like people who think that like no, हम तो ब्राह्मण फैमिली में जन्मे हैं, so मतलब like इतना pride है, मतलब ब्राह्मण नहीं है वो actually. So real Brahmana means of this nature, that ki like I am, the natural humility actually comes. So bahubhyam parirambita. So the Lord still chose to embrace me, right? So there is no reason that he should perform, he should actually embrace me, but still he did this thing to me, right? So this is the mood of like gratitude. So this is the mood of gratitude. So then when this mood of gratitude is there, then the process of bhakti works very, very fast. Humility, prayer and gratitude. This is the life, and this is the sustaining factor of bhakti. When this is there, then the bhakti process actually works. Otherwise, the externals of the bhakti practice, it has very little effect. It doesn't produce much effect actually. It has very, very little effect. It has some effect, but it has very little effect. So when the practice of bhakti succeeds, so then it becomes really very powerful, right? So like this, we actually formulated this course of like problems of material existence, and then like how to solve the problem through different yoga systems, and then bhakti yoga system is also there. What is this bhakti yoga system all about? So engaging the senses in the of the Lord, that's the bhakti yoga system. But then with that, this humility, prayer and gratitude, when this is coupled with that, so then the process of bhakti becomes really very powerful, right? So in the Sikshashtakam, this flow is very nicely mentioned. So that Trinadapi Sunichena, Taro Riva Sahishnuna, Amanina Manadena, Kirtaneya Sadahari, right? So this is like Trinadapi Sunichena. So that is like grass. Grass is the like an entity which nobody cares for. So everybody walks upon the grass and things like that. They'll have picnic upon the grass. All these things they will do. So one should consider himself to be like that. So I am not a person who deserves attention. I am not a person who deserves some respect from others. So I am something like that. Something like a grass in the floor. So it doesn't require anybody to give me any attention or respect. So that is one important, this one. And then Tarorapi Sahishnuna means, Taror means tree. Taror means tree. So Sahishnuna means like tolerance. So how does a tree tolerate?
Even though if it's raining heavily or scorching heat is there, or someone is taking it fruits, even if someone is trying to cut
it actually tolerates, right? And then even if the person is harming the tree, trying to cut the tree, but still the tree gives shade to him. So it is something like, that is the mood of, that is this one of like so and Vaishnava's mood is like that, right? So and then Amanina Manadena means not expecting any honor for oneself, and Manadena means like to give honor and respect to others, right? So when we do this thing, so then Kirtaneya Sadahari. So then the practice of Bhakti Yoga, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, all these things can happen consistently. So the consistent practice of Bhakti comes from these qualities. When these qualities are developed, then the consistent practice of bhakti actually arises, right? So this is a very important element. And then the another element is Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Budir. So, and then what is the next line? Kripaya Tava Pada Pankaja Stita Dhuli Sadrisham Vichintaya, right? So now we see that I'm fallen into the ocean of material existence, and oh my Lord, please pick me up. I'm completely dependent upon you. You please pick me up from this ocean of material existence and place me as an atom at your lotus feet, right? So this is a very nice, this one, that graphical picture that I am fallen into the ocean of material existence. How I can be there in this urgency mood, because every moment I'm getting thoughts about sense gratification. Everything that I see, I'm only thinking of how to enjoy this particular thing, right? So now I'm stuck in this place. I'm stuck completely in this place. So please take me out of this, and please give me the mood of devotional service, mood of service to the Lord. Anything I see, I see it as part and parcel of the Lord. It is meant to be used in the service of the Lord, right? So oh Lord, please give me this mood. Please give me this attitude. So this is the mood in which this particular prayer is offered. So whatever we discussed, it is very deeply there in the scriptures. It is we just try to put it in one frame, so that our practice of devotional service, we can do that with life, with with its intensity, and we get maximum benefit out of our process of practicing bhakti. So any questions? Yes, Prabhu. So this prayer, with our material senses, we cannot access the Lord, right? So then how we can access the Lord? So that is Ata Shri Krishna Namadi Na Bhaved Grahyam Indriyai. So Shri Krishna Namadi, that means Lord's name, form, qualities and pastimes, we cannot actually access them with Grahyam Indriyai, through our senses, material senses. So that is our knowledge acquiring senses, even mind and intelligence cannot have access to it, right? So it is mentioned in Brahma Samhita, Pantastukoti Satavatsara Sampragamyo Vayo Ratapi Manaso Munipondavanam Sopyasti Yat Prapada Simni Avichintatatve Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So even great thinkers with the speed of the mind, they travel for millions and millions of years or light years or whatever it is, still they cannot reach the spiritual realm, right? So that's the difficulty, that's the proposition that is there. So then how we will be able to reach it? The next part of the shloka, it says, Ata Shri Krishna Namadi Na Bhaved Grahyam Indriyai Sevonmukehi Jivado. So we have the capacity, we cannot understand the Lord through the senses, but we can use this jivado, means using the senses, starting with the tongue. With the tongue we can chant and we can take prasadam. So starting with the tongue, we can use the senses in the service of the Lord. We can attempt to serve. We can attempt to serve, and when we are attempting to serve, if the Lord is pleased, Swayam eva spuratyada. He himself, when he wants to give us access, we can access him. And basically he can access us. We cannot access him, right? So we should allow him to access us. So that, how to actually attract him? So with this mood of humility, prayer and gratitude, and then with the mood of service. When we have the mood of service, how can I serve the Lord and contemplate more on that aspect? So then the Lord is contemplating, how can I give him an access to me, right? So the Lord will do that. So we cannot, how can I get access to the Lord? I'll do this, I'll do that. We will not get the access. The Lord more, he will, naham prakasa sarvasya yoga maya samavrita. So he says that, I don't reveal myself to everybody. I cover myself. मैं अपने आप को ढक के रखता हूँ. Yoga maya samavrita. Avrita means covering. So I cover myself, and then I don't show myself to people. That's the general disposition of the Lord. And then only for the devotees, with whose mood he is pleased with, he opens the curtain and he gives darshan to them, right? So that, So there are many people who are coming to the temple taking darshan. but actually पर्दा बंदी है. People think that no, I have got darshan, but actually darshan हो ही नहीं पाया. है ना? So actually this one darshan of the Lord is something different. No, when somebody gets the darshan of the Lord, really like no, he will not have any other interest, no, apart from doing devotional service to the Lord, right? So that is not coming means like parda abhi bhi band hai, you know. He got an illusion that he got darshan of the Lord, but actually he got no some external features of the Lord. That's all. No, he didn't really got the internal this one. So that is why people who are going with the mood of service and mood of prayer and gratitude, no, to the temple, and when they have darshan of the Lord, so they'll get some different darshan only. No, not the like people who are like normally coming. That is why in the Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, what does he say about Bhagavad Gita? Who can understand Bhagavad Gita?
Who is devotee and non-envious.
हाँ, so like no, bhaktosi me sakha cheti, no, rahasyam hi etad uttamam. So this secret, like no, you are able to, you can understand Arjuna because you are my devotee, and no, like you are my friend, no. So devotee, like no, like the mood of devotion is there, so you can understand. So publicly he tells, no, the Bhagavad Gita was spoken in a public ground. No, it's a battlefield. Anybody wants to hear, they can hear actually. So no, but then it is mentioned Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam. No, so it's very very secret. No, what is the secret? What is the password that is put over there? So password of humility. No, so when we put the password of humility, the knowledge starts revealing, right? So and Krishna starts revealing himself. And जिसको ये password नहीं पता है, no, वो like he tries to no memorize all the shlokas and no सब कुछ ऊपर नीचे analyze करता है, सब कुछ करता है, but still like at the end of the day he doesn't know anything of Bhagavad Gita. No, so the Lord reserves the right to reveal Himself. No, we cannot forcibly access the Lord. No, be it through Bhagavad Gita, be it through no physical darshan of the Lord, or no, be it through any means. No, it is not possible to access the Lord through a forcible way, right? So it is only by His mercy, no, we will be able to get, right? So this is the key crux, actually, no. So the process of Bhakti Yoga is very simple, but this simple process to act, no, this little bit of prerequisite is there. The problem is that no, its process is simple, but I cannot access. No, I can do this process, but I cannot access. I should couple the process with the proper mood and attitude. Then the Lord will reveal. No, right? So that is the crux of the Bhakti Yoga. No? Okay. Any other question? क्या हुआ?
One question is,
Question is there, huh? Okay.
if spirituality is superior to materialism, so why do we study in universities and schools?
There is no need for studying actually. It's unfortunate. So like we have made to study so much of materialism. So in what is that? Now every child is put through so much of material studies, right? So in the Vedic times, every child would be put through all spiritual studies, and then they will see the nature of the child. No, and then क्यों वेस्ट करना है लाइक नो मैथमेटिक्स पढ़ाओ फिजिक्स पढ़ाओ केमिस्ट्री पढ़ाओ सबको लाइक ना सेम एग्जाम एंड थिंग्स लाइक दैट सो इट इज नॉट नीडेड सो दे विल जस्ट टेस्ट नो हु इज दिस पर्सन no this person is a kshatriya okay give him training in administration and warfare and things like that no if he has the quality of a vaishya just train him in how to do a business how to make money that's all and technical education if he is a shudra in the family itself the education will be there if he is a carpenter he'll be made to study carpentry and things like that and automatically unko aa jata hai so all life skills are taught based on need basis training was there and everybody were given some spiritual training so now everybody are given all the trainings like of physics chemistry mathematics this this that everything and the boy comes to the stage of 11th standard and 12th standard that time the stream choosing is actually happens itna major portion of his life he has studied all the things where he is not good at also so there is like simply waste of time and and people would not spend so much time also like they would put they would just determine the nature of the person and they would just train like what is needed for him and which stream you want to choose you choose pehle hi decide kar dete and then they will actually put him into training and when this decision happens No, it is when the child, in the growth of the child, when it's starting to crawl, so that time the inclinations are tested. No, like even in when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a small child, so that time like there was money was kept, and there was no different articles was kept, and there was Srimad Bhagavatam was kept, and the small child it crawled and picked up Srimad Bhagavatam. So then they know, okay, no, this is a proper Brahmana boy. No, so शास्त्र के ऊपर ये है, and पैसा को छुएंगे तो ये वैश्य है, and things like that. So they like the natural inclinations. There are many methodologies to test. When the child was small, that time only they know how to test the inclinations. And then उसके बाद waste नहीं, time waste नहीं करते हैं, उनको वैसे training देते हैं, So the further training would be on that basis actually. So now, not like us, no, we have so much experiment has happened in us. And after all that, no, when he comes to the point of choosing the stream in the degree, still he is confused which one to take. That is Kali Yuga. So Vedic system, so much clarity when the student was in the child, when he was in the age of a child, that time only so much clarity. In the Kali Yuga, even after coming to the stage of graduation, so still there is confusion. Some people enroll into a course and then still they are confused. No, मैं यही करना था क्या? And then after first year, some people change, and after second year, some people drop out and then change the stream and things like that. So all these things happen. So much confusion, So, but the Vedic system was so clear. There is so much of clarity, So in materialism, they are very, very clear. कि like okay इतना ही करना है, and this is my nature, and इतना ही करूँगा खुश रहूँगा life में. So like there is no competition, no artificial competition that is created. कितना पैसा बनाओगे and कितना ये करना है. So this is because the materialism has become so solid, because so much of emphasis is put on what is your status, what is your bank balance. So like what is your social status. So these things have been given importance. In the Vedic system, whoever has knowledge, oh, this person has knowledge, so everybody would respect. Naturally, people would think that, oh, I should become knowledgeable. What is the use of earning money and this, that, and all? So I should become knowledgeable. Where is the value? Where you are giving respect and putting that value, so all the society will go towards that. If spirituality is given the priority, the whole society will go towards that. And if materialism is given priority, then everybody will go towards that. It's naturally what's the priority that is set. And how do we set the priority? Who sets priority for us? Parents, and then teachers, the education, and then government also, then peer pressure. Then all the businessmen out there, they set our priority, what we are supposed to be, and all the social media and like TVs, movies and things like that, they set our priority. And if you ask, okay, like you are setting the priority for me, you are very, very, very much concerned about me. So like how much you think about my welfare? अरे like तुम बाढ़ में जाओ, like मेरा पैसा चाहिए. And such people actually set priority for us. So that's the funniest thing, Those who don't have any concern at all about us, and they set the priority for us, and all of us are following that. And in the Vedic system, who set the priority? The Brahmanas. And what benefit they are going to get if we follow them? They're not going to get any benefit. So, and rather they are looking for our benefit. If you do this thing, it will be beneficial for you. It is like they are looking for our benefit. And we should actually we should set our priorities based on people, who are feeling for our benefit. So like that. So that is why we have to follow the scriptures, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. So we should allow them to set the priority for us, right? So that's a important principle, Not the social media, not the friends, peers and things like that. So they should not set the priority for us, So like the Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, they should set the priority for us.
By following Varnashram also, people can complete it.
Yeah, after a long, long time. But it gives a very good culture, very good environment. Following Varnashrama, it gives a very good environment.
But the next life also, like they'll come to the cycle of
Yeah, yeah. So Varnashram is a very solid system wherein so many of these practices are very naturally embedded. You know, this mood of humility and gratitude, and then respecting the elders, and service attitude. So all these things are very solidly present. It just simply needs a pure devotee to walk in and score sixers and go. So he will just make devotees like anything. So the varnashram is a very conducive environment, for spiritual practice. Very, very conducive environment. Because everybody are satisfied materially. They know their nature, and they are engaged according to their nature, and they are not having too fancy like goals for material life. If you ask them, okay, like no, I've got this particular nature, I'm doing this work, and then if I get the mercy of some devotees, like I'll be able to get some spiritual realization, and I'll do all my development spiritually. So they will not be having too much big plans in the material world. So one time, one foreign traveler, he actually came to India, and he saw a sadhu, sitting in his ashram. So उसके पास कुछ furniture नहीं था, ऐसे ही चटाई पे बैठे थे. So and then the traveler asked, like, where are your furniture? So then the sadhu asked, where are your furniture? So I am a traveler, I am a foreigner. My furniture are there in my place, And the sadhu also told, like, I belong to the spiritual world, my furniture is also there. इधर ज़्यादा कुछ कमाना नहीं है. मेरा घर उधर है, मैं उधर जाना है. So it's very clear, This whole thing is very clear. So it's like, if you are traveling in a train, you will not for one day travel, like 16 hours, 18 hours, whatever may be the travel. So you will not try to make arrangement of fridge over there, a nice bed over there, and उसके बाद थोड़ा और अलमीरा and कुछ सामान रखने के लिए and चीजें and things like that. So you will not do all those things, right? So because it is a short journey, and after that utarna hi hai, So why it makes so much of endeavor to make so much of arrangements for that? So that is the mood of a devotee. So the varnashram actually sets this mood very nicely. Like I am there here, I have to do something like according to my nature, and ज़्यादा कुछ इधर नहीं करना है. I should not be doing too many things over here. So because it is a short journey, and after that किधर जाऊँगा पता नहीं. Like I have to prepare for the destination. जिधर मैं destination, wherever I am going, I have to prepare for the destination rather than like this short journey, like little bit inconvenience is there, just tolerate and finish the journey, है ना. तो like उधर गर्मी है तो AC fit करना है and things like that. It's too much actually. So we little bit of inconveniences, like we'll just tolerate, we'll पहुंच जाएंगे, है ना. So like that. So that is the mood of this one. So varnashram offers this mood very nicely. Materialism, it spoils this mood. So the major problem of materialism is this life is so nice. You have to like enjoy this life to the fullest of the extent. You have to accumulate money, you have to get this, you have to get that, all the material paraphernalia and all those things, like it is completely absorbs over this one. Where is spirituality? Like like वो उतरने के बाद देख लेंगे. अरे तुम उतरोगे ही नहीं, ऐसा करेंगे तो. So like you'll get another this one, different train में shift करते रहेंगे, तुम कभी उतरेंगे ही नहीं. And all the arrangement you did, that will go with this train. You have to make another arrangement. Like that. Yes. Hmm.
That like my house in the spiritual world. So like having this desire is right or wrong for our devotee. Like having desire to leave this planet and go to have liberation of. So this is a true desire of a devotee. Or we should have a desire of seeing the Lord.
So we should have the desire to serve the Lord, and the opulences. What are the opulences of a devotee? It's that whatever is needed for him, that will be provided by the Lord. That is the opulence of a devotee. So whether he resides in the spiritual world or in the material world, so all his needs will be taken care of, automatically by the Lord. So because Lord is the maintainer, in that way, like he doesn't actually so much attaches this one ki like उधर जाऊंगा, उधर मेरा palace है, उधर मेरा ये है, आराम से रहूंगा and things like that. So he's not in that kind of a mood. So but real comfort that he gets is no, feeling the shelter of the Lord. No, I've been sheltered by the Lord. That is the feeling. No, that's the nice this one that he's actually having.
My question is not that like I go there and enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
My question is I'll break from this world. I don't want to get into the business of this world. I want to stay there. Like this desire is right or wrong? Like or I desire should be like where I want to serve the Lord. I want to see the Lord every time.
So both are good. Both are nice desires. You know, to be there in the spiritual world and engaged in the service of the Lord, that is also nice. And if the Lord wants, no, I can be there here also and render service to Him. So in both the ways, it is good. So, and if there is a contention comes, okay, choose between amongst these two things. You want to be there in the spiritual world or you want service. So then the devotee chooses the service. No? So with service, anything more is added, it's okay. And without service, nothing. So like that.
And follow up to that Varnashrama question. So Varnashrama is more like doing your prescribed duty in that social order. So is it more like indirectly karma yoga?
Yeah, it's karma yoga. It's properly karma yoga. So karma yoga means what? Like, you do your prescribed duties. And to do prescribed duties, like, then you should know who you are. So what is my duty? Then first of all, I should know, like, who am I? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Brahmachari, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas, like, know who I am. So when the role clarity is there, then accordingly, the job description comes. You know? So if you are this such and such person, you are a, what is a Kshatriya, and you are a Grahastha, so then this is your rules and regulations. No, this is what you are supposed to practice. That comes.
So at that time, this karma yoga was prevalent.
Yeah. So in general, that is very much appreciated and very much needed in general. Like, so that mass of the people don't get into sinful habits. You know? So mass of the people, you cannot ask everybody to stop doing sense gratification. So everybody wants sense gratification. So then we say, okay, you do karma yoga. No, ample opportunity to gratify your senses are there in a legal way, in a nice way, and it is like, it is in a cooperative way. So it is so nice. No, why don't you do that? No, that's a very solid platform to park people. No, and then when sadhus come, so some people like may get attracted to the practice of devotional service, like that.
Karma yoga itself is not enough to achieve supreme.
So that is we will see in this one in Bhakti Shastri, we will actually study that thing. Like karma yoga, there are milestones that are there. In the journey, in the spiritual journey that you are going through, so there will be milestones. Like for example, if you are traveling from here to say Ahobilam, to have darshan of Lord Nrsimhadev. So on the way, like you will like to see how much distance I have crossed, right? So in the same way, there are milestones that are there in the journey of the this one in the spiritual journey. The first milestone, like the 0 point, is that that I am fully engrossed in sense gratification, right? So and I like that, and I am for it, And then the second milestone is the first milestone that comes is that I am engrossed in sense gratification, but it is not good. I want to come out of it. Even that thought that it is not good, sense gratification is not good, I want to come out of it. So that means some distance is covered in the journey of self-discovery. And then the next this one is, so when such thought comes, so then the person is put into karma yoga. Okay, like you want to give up sense gratification, no problem. You do the activities legally, according to the scriptural rules and regulations. And what is the benefit that you will get? You will lose the desire to enjoy. Enjoy the fruits of your activity. So that's the second milestone that actually comes. Like second, this one that sign of advancement. And then the thing comes is, like third milestone that comes is that desire to perform any material activity itself. So that is nishkama, result of nishkama karma yoga. Then after that comes is the desire to like go beyond the material existence, and then desire to understand the Lord as a Paramatma and desire to understand the Lord as a Bhagavan. So these are all like different milestones that actually are there. So karma yoga can take us to the first and second milestone. Beyond that, the karma yoga doesn't have the capacity. So then the karma yoga, like graduation of karma yoga is done. It's like you know, your school education can take you to a certain level. After that, you have to enter into university, right? So like that, Karma Yoga can take you to a certain level, you know, and it is very good system for parking people, you know, like to prevent mass of the people from getting into sinful habits, like that.
So then next will be Jnana.
So Gyan Yoga, nobody can start from, any new person cannot start Gyan Yoga. So we discussed in the progression of philosophies. So in the level 2, I think we discussed this particular thing. Jnana Yoga to start, no, one should have this one of, already he should have given up the desire to enjoy the fruits, and already he should be given up the desire to perform any material activity, in itself. Then he becomes eligible to practice Jnana Yoga. And the graduation of Jnana Yoga happens when he reaches the realization of Brahman. No, that's the graduation. That's the maximum that Jnana Yoga can offer to any person. So prerequisite is he should have he should have already passed Karma Yoga, and he can only reach till Brahman, right? Like that. And Ashtanga Yoga, anybody can enter, but it can go only up till this one, Paramatma realization. And Bhakti Yoga, anybody can enter, and it can go up till Bhagavan realization, like that. So so this, any dharmic person can enter in the this one. In terms of Ashtanga Yoga, any dharmic person can enter into the Ashtanga Yoga, and then graduation point is this. And Bhakti Yoga, any dharmic and adharmic person, anybody can enter into Bhakti Yoga, and they can actually progress, and the results, the highest result is given, like that.
So one more stage to Jnana Yoga graduation is done, one is realized Brahman. So what is his next goal? Like, how is
He may be situated just in that goal, and then because he has not taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, he may actually come back into this world. So this is mentioned like Aruhe Kachena Param Padam Tata Patanti Yada Anadrita Yushmadangre. So that is, though he is in a very, very high state of existence in the Brahman platform, so but he still may fall again into this material world. So because like Anadrita Yushmadangre. So he has not taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, because he has not taken shelter of the process of devotional service. So he will again have to come back.
he will fall and realize that I need to go even higher?
Which one?
So once he falls, he will realize
if he's there, he may fall after some time. But even in that state, he may get the good opportunity of meeting a sadhu, or like getting some kind of an association. So like 4 Kumaras, so when they were in liberated state of existence, and by the mercy of Lord Brahma, their father, who is a great devotee, and Narada and things like that, so somehow they got the opportunity to smell the tulsi leaves that are offered to the lotus feet of the Lord. So then just by smelling that, they become devotees, like that. So that way it makes difference. So they can pick up Krishna consciousness quite fast. But the thing is, they need to have a touch of a pure devotee of the Lord. That. Yes. Any other questions in the subject today? Like gratitude and prayer, So we can, practical ways, we should contemplate and we should try to implement that. So just in another 5 or 7 minutes, we can try to, all of you can try to express, how you can actually practice this aspect of gratitude, how we can do that. Some practical aspects in our life. So not, shastric or philosophical. So some practical aspects, how we can, cultivate this quality of gratitude. So who wants to start first? This side or that side? Last time we started from that side, no? So this time we start from this side. Yes.
Like we are in this situation, like every Saturday we're spending this time. So this is also not because of my material needs. It might be blessings of the Lord that I am able to come in this when others are enjoying outside. I am here for some good quality education, spiritual education.
Yeah.
So this might be one of the
Yeah. Yeah.
always feel this humility and keep coming and keep excelling in this area.
Jai, very nice. So this is like, this program, we are getting an opportunity to take part in this program. So this is like not available, no, just like that. It's a grace of the Lord actually, that we are getting an opportunity to interact with devotees and be in this program. So that's a very nice feeling of gratitude. Yes, Prabhu, you can. Prayer. Yeah, so we are not like, it is not that no, I'm entitled to get these things. No, hak se no mujhe mila hai, and things like that. So it is something like which is by the grace of the Lord that I'm getting an opportunity to practice devotion service. Yeah. Yeah, in anything, anything. Even if I get a hike in the salary, it's also grace of the Lord. And if I get demoted, it's also grace of the Lord. So in everywhere, if I become fired from the job, so that's also grace of the Lord. So we should know that He is my well-wisher, and whatever He is doing is for my good. So that is also very nice. This one, and we should offer thanks to the Lord. If He gives promotion, we should thank the Lord, and if He fires us, still we should thank the Lord. Thank you, Lord, you have fired me from the job. Right. For everything, we should actually offer gratitude. That's yeah.
Desire of some gratification, when that arises, how do you stop it? And do you always need to stop it? So let's say there is some food that is really appealing, and I want to have it. That is the self-gratification of the mind. But so, what is the mode that we shall I think like Krishna is whom I have to offer this. Then
Okay, so this is a very, very nice practical question that no sense gratification is bad, that we are discussing about, and he's just mentioning that fruit that we may like, and we want to have it. That's a desire for enjoyment, and should we always condemn this desire for enjoyment? So there are different levels of doing this. So one is that there are some things that are very sinful, like for example, sometimes when we see a beautiful girl, who is definitely not our wife, and there is a desire to enjoy that person, it is sinful. That time we have to condemn ourselves. That is completely not acceptable. So, but a fruit, that I want to enjoy, so it's okay. That's something that okay, I want to enjoy this particular thing. So now let me take that and offer it to the Lord and accept it as prasadam. And while accepting it, so we can actually pray to the Lord. When will I get the desire that whenever I see something, I only think about how this can be enjoyed by you. So like still I am in very, very low state of existence. Whereas my thought process is still going towards how can I enjoy, and then ठीक है like उसको offering का छाप देंगे like seal छाप के like प्रसाद का seal छाप के खा लेंगे है ना. So that's okay, that's perfectly okay. In our state of existence it's perfectly okay. That purifies. So with that we are offering this one. So that level of sense gratification is allowed, and we are trying to offer it to the Lord, and we are taking it as a prasadam. So like though it is not the best form of offering, the best form of offering is what does the Lord wants, we offer it to Him. That's the best form of offering. But anyways, we are not there. So we are somewhere like in a lower state of existence. It's perfectly okay. So at this time, it is not at all condemned to have that kind of thoughts. So whenever we get that thoughts, we dovetail it in Krishna consciousness. So let's try to get this nice fruit and offer it to the Lord and have it. And then one more level is, so this is something which I like, maybe other devotees also like, so I'll offer and I'll distribute to other devotees also. So in that way, like let's enjoy in a party, so like that. So in that way also, like that also makes the Krishna consciousness more like lively and more practical and more enjoyable. Otherwise every time like a thought aa gaya, like so it is not it is not, Krishna consciousness is not very dull process. It's a very nice process. Only the highly sinful activities we should thoroughly condemn. No, that should not happen, right? So, but other things, no, we can like the fruit or a nice food stuff and things like that. Okay, have it. No, offer it to the Lord and have it. And with that, the prayer to the Lord that when will I actually become a very nice devotee where I'll be thinking about your pleasure, and that will give such a condensed form of bliss to my heart. So that is like no other enjoyment. No, a fruit खाने में इतना enjoyment नहीं मिलेगा. So like though I got some taste, no, though I got some happiness by getting this fruit, but still I am cheated of the intense bliss, no, which can come from your service. No, that is like I have not accessed that, right? So in that way, like no, we can actually pray to the Lord.
Sorry, giving time.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to also add this that the mode of goodness. So when not having the food, when having the food which has which is the mode of goodness,
Yeah.
and not having the mode of passion. So
Mm-hmm.
I think my personally my desire for self gratification has reduced.
Yeah.
So does it? I mean, when it continues, does there become a state where we don't even desire for self gratification?
See, this is by the material adjustment, it is quite very important thing. By the material adjustment, we see that if we indulge in mode of ignorance or mode of passion, our desire for sense gratification increases. No, and when we indulge in mode of goodness, no, he was just mentioning that if we take foodstuffs which are in mode of goodness, so then naturally our desires for sense gratification reduces. No, and this is like nature of the mode of goodness. Mode of goodness means not immediate sense gratification, long term. No, so everything becomes long term. So mode of passion means everything immediate. No, I want the result immediately. Fast food, no fast results and no fast enjoyment and things like that. No enjoyment now and future. No, let's see later. No, what happens in the future. So that's passion. No, mode of goodness is a very good ground again. No, for practice of Krishna consciousness. But then, no, for the desires to completely go off, so we need to have the immunity of Krishna consciousness. Why? Because mode of goodness you have practiced, but then how much time it takes for mode of passion to affect you. No, if there is viral infection is spread all around, how much time it will take for you to get this one? If you go out and if you mix with all the people and things like that, you can again get affected by the mode of passion. It is not that you have become the master of mode of goodness. So somehow or other you have allowed mode of goodness to affect you. So in the same way, mode of passion also can affect you after some time, right? The immunity is Krishna consciousness. If we can develop the desire to serve the Lord, so that is immune. Then after that you go anywhere like kuch nahi hone wala. Like that. Hmm. Hmm. We should not expect any honor to oneself, and then see in what way we can actually appreciate, so the people and things like that. And then also in this case, we should also have a little bit of this one about the compassion aspect also comes. Like sometimes, like somebody is actually harming themselves. So like somebody is actually burning themselves by the process of smoking, right? So like there we may tell like, why don't you give it up? And we may correct them, in that way. So in the same way, like if somebody is like not having the opportunity to render devotional service and they're thinking philanthropy as the primary this one, so then we can actually like appreciate the point of your selflessness. You are selfless, but at the same time, like you should understand everything belongs to Krishna and we should do everything as a service to Krishna, right? So like when we do like that, so then that becomes compassion and preaching also come into the play, and it is fulfilling to our heart, because we have appreciated something which is true, like appreciated the devotional service of the Lord. So then it brings about a lot of happiness to the heart. Yes, Hare Krishna. So, yes, ma'am.
And when we go to someone does not give respect to celebration, he doesn't deserve.
Yeah. So one practical aspect, I was just contemplating about. So when we go to some, South Indian temples, especially like, where lot of queue is there. So how should be our attitude? धक्का मार के लेके आगे जाना है, तो क्या करना चाहिए? Wait for our turn, and then like this mood, I should not be getting the darshan of the Lord. So all the people in front of me, they are qualified not to get the darshan of the Lord, right? So, and a person thinks like that, he will actually, develop a very nice mood towards the Lord, and the Lord will also be very eager to meet such a person. So rather than dhakka marke, like, samne jaake, like, I'll get the first darshan. What is the use? Like, so we lost the mood. So when we lost the mood, even in front of the Lord, if we go, it's not going to be very beneficial. So we will not get the real essence of taking darshan of the Lord. Right? So this is one practical implementation we can do. Right? So yes, we can.
Like in chanting, so like chanting is none, like holy name is not like other than Krishna, like himself.
Non-different from Lord.
And like he put like all the potencies in the holy name, but like even and I'm not eligible to chant because there was like so many like anathas and so many like sensitivity or something, and just by like mercy of Krishna only, like I can like hear the holy name again.
So whenever we are able to hear the holy name clearly, so we offer gratitude to Krishna. Thank you. It's not within my capacity to hear your holy name clearly. So, but it's a great mercy, that you have shown to me, that I'm able to hear your holy names clearly. So I'm very, very grateful to you. This is a very nice practical application, in terms of expressing gratitude. Yes, behind. Yes. Any practical implementation anywhere? Yeah, so we can offer prayers while chanting that. So we can pray to Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara and Panchatattva that if you can allow me to have an access, so then I'll be able to hear the names of the Lord clearly. Right? That's a nice point. Yes, Prabhu. Yeah. So I'm just trying to do something, and definitely the process that I'm trying to follow is great, but I'm not very great, So, yeah. So that's a very nice this one. So not feeling proud about our activities, So but feeling proud for the process and feeling proud for Krishna. So but not feeling proud for oneself. So that's a very nice point. Hare Krishna. Yes, go.
Even though I have got this very rare and nice opportunity to stay in base, still I am not performing that devotional service up to that extent. Like waking up every day morning, I take it as burden. Services, I take it as burden. Chanting, I take it as burden. And like since certificatory thoughts are there, sometimes I'm thinking, sometimes I need to action. But even though I'm doing all these activities, but still he is not kicking me out of this. Allowing me to stay in devotee association and continue the devotional practices. So that I have a more of gratitude and boost the prayerful mode as well. Please let me out of these sensitivity thoughts and give me that mood of waking up early naturally for doing service.
It's a nice this one. See, whenever this mood of humility permeates, so the association becomes so very nice place. The devotee association becomes very nice actually. And whenever we become proud, so then it's very difficult to stay in that association. So like everything becomes very bitter. like I need to get this, this facility should be there for me, and like that, a lot of demands actually come in, and it becomes so difficult for us to practice. But if there is a humility is there, so then, like, humility means what? Like, no, I don't have something, it's okay, other devotees should have. And pride means what? If other people don't have, it's okay, but no, I should have. You know? So the underlying this one is what? Like, if there is like pride is there, everybody, like if 10 people are living, 9 people are trying to snatch away things from us. Even though we try to keep things for us, 9 people are trying to snatch away things from us. Automatically we will be in so much tension. So but humility is there. So I am not thinking of accumulating things for me, but 9 people are thinking of giving something to me. Actually we become more rich. In that way. So actually we get more benefit in that way. So that is a very amazing association. Why it becomes very amazing association? So it is like, though I am not looking for some benefit for me, but this mood, when this mood is cultivated, so like all others are going to look for this one. That's a side benefit, that we get actually. So it is naturally, it makes the place very nice to stay. So like that. Yes, Pawan.
जैसे हम कोई चीज़ भी करते हैं, सर्विस आप मतलब कि बेस में भी होते हैं, तो मतलब कि कुछ भी करते हैं, हमें मतलब कि मूड में प्रॉपर मूड के साथ करना चाहिए। ऐसा नहीं कि मतलब कि जैसे आप दर्शन लेते वक्त कि मेरे को दर्शन लेने का मौका नहीं मिलेगा, तो ऐसा नहीं सोचना चाहिए। लेकिन हमें ऐसा सोचना चाहिए कि शायद मेरा ना करवाने या फिर मैं ना फॉलो दर्शन नहीं ले सकता। और जैसे प्रहलाद महाराज जी के मतलब कि एग्जाम्पल लेके वो मतलब कि सोच रहे कि ब्रह्मा नहीं कर पाए, डेमिंग और शिव ने भी उनका सूर्य वो सब नहीं कर पाए, तो मैं कैसे कर सकता हूँ? तो डेमन फैमिली लाता हूँ, तो मैं कर नहीं पाऊँ। अगर मैं कर नहीं पाऊँ तो ये मैं नहीं खुद किया, मतलब भगवान का मुझसे था तो मैं कर पाया। जैसे चैंटिंग करते वक्त ये सोचना नहीं चाहिए कि हम चैंटिंग कर लेंगे या फिर सुन लेंगे, मतलब कि डिपेंड रहना चाहिए।
So in the process of darshan, so like when we are like not doing dakka baji and things like that, so but still in that time, what we should actively do? Chanting, remembering. So essence of it is we should try to render some service to Krishna, right? So we should be eager to render service to Krishna, and the privileges we should not be very eager to, like having darshan first or last and things like that. So darshan jab bhi Bhagwan chahe ho jayega. So but then, like in the process, I'll attempt to have darshan. In the process, I should be in the mood of service, like how I can serve the fellow people around, and how I can serve the Lord by chanting the name of people around. I can discuss the pastimes of the Lord, or some nice things about the Lord. So in that way, like if we do some service, and then and mood of humility coupled with service, it's very, very attractive to the Lord. So then the Lord becomes very pleased to give darshan. Like that. It's nice points for Hare Krishna. Trinidad Sunijana.
Like we should be tolerable like these, and should not get pride like, oh, he's appraising me, like that. It should not be. And we should be always tolerable to non-devotees, devotees, everything.
Yeah.
Whether he's devotee or not, we should not think he's not devotee. We should be like, okay, you are not devotee, I should not.
So it's like somebody is a devotee, we take association, and somebody is not a devotee, we take compassion upon them.
Yes.
Right? And we try to help them, to become a devotee. Nice. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
So like whatever we are achieving particular goals, we should not be pride about what we have done. We should just think like this mercy of God. And when something bad happens, we should feel like it's because of our karma.
Nice. So anything good happens in our life, immediately first thing that comes to our mind should be thanks to the Lord. Even anything bad happens also, we can thank the Lord. Right? So like more we thank the Lord, more we express our gratitude, more we'll become, our heart becomes a place where happiness permanently stays. So happiness, no plot खरीद के उधर ही बैठ जाएगा. So a grateful heart is always very happy heart. No, so a person who's with gratitude, even if he is poor, he'll be the most happiest person. No, but a person who is not having the gratitude, so even if he has all the riches, still he'll be like, अरे ये नहीं है, वो नहीं है, and this that and all, like no, फिर हमेशा वो problem में रहेंगे. Right, okay, yes, bro. Yes. Hmm. 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 Yeah, so we can even think of our basic this one's like no, I've got a nice body without no much of problems, and then I've got a job and salary and all those things that are there. Even that is also no, for every aspect we can actually think about, and we can actually offer gratitude to the Lord. It's very nice. So, nice.
I'm grateful to the Lord because I'm born in Matan Dharma. If people born in other dharma are not even they know about the philosophy of the world. They are just following their dharma. But we should really know what is the real ultimate goal of life. And I will also I'll give a real example. Whenever I come to school, I do social services. After that, when I go to home, like I see many people coming from college and all. So like, but sometimes right also in your head na.
हाँ.
People are doing simple activities. They get to know.
हाँ, वो तो नरक में जाने वाला है.
Whenever this thought comes, and say to the Lord, Prabhu, Bachao, his thought say, like, this pride should not be there. Like Lal Maharaj, he is a great devotee. Even he is not taking credit of his devotion service. Who am I to take this? I should pray to the Lord, like, Prabhu, show them mercy.
Yeah. So they are also your children, you know. So like we are not looking for our own happiness alone. So when I become devotee and I am rescued from this material world, Lord will be happy. But still the Lord's happiness cannot be full because no other children of His are still stuck in this material world, right? So we should feel that no, if they also become devotees, Lord will become more happy, you know. So like that, we should actually pray for them. So anybody whom we meet, we should actually pray for them. That Lord, if they can become your devotees, it will be nice. They'll really have they are looking for enjoyment in this world, but the real enjoyment they will get if they become your devotees. So please show your mercy to them.
Also tell them every time, like, if you all stop eating meat also, like you cannot do devotion service, it's fine. You can limit your meat intake in long
That is this one. Like we do a little different preaching. No, you are eating meat and this that and all. It's okay. At least kuch naam jap kar lo, things like that. So because the sin can go with the effect of bhakti, So we can actually give prasadam and things like that and all. So we can do that. So bhakti works even if a person is sinful. Initial phases of bhakti works even if a person is sinful. So we can focus more on giving prasadam and holy name and things like that and all. And in case if you see somebody is like little bit hesitating and they have already they are in the mood that no, I am doing this, it is not good, like that, then we can say, yeah, like, it's not good, we stop it. Like that. If somebody is very much attached, we don't disturb them. We chalo, like, take like, no, but still you do the holy name. You take prasadam and things like that. And when they start taking prasadam, then automatically the heart changes. So like it is, I think I told this example sometime before also. Like when I was staying in the base, like some 15 years back. So that time, some slum boys used to be there nearby. So whenever there used to be kirtan, so all of the boys would come. So one boy, after a few months, he told that now I am not feeling like eating non-veg, at home, because I asked my mother to give some curd rice whenever they do cook non-veg, and I take that only. And we were surprised. We didn't, like, they will not hear any class. Class khatam hote, kirtan hoga, that time, all the boys will come. So kirtan ka awaaz sun ke, like, sab boys aa jayenge and they will like nicely dance in the kirtan and take prasadam and go. So we were surprised. No preaching we did. Simply like hearing the holy name, dancing in the kirtan and taking prasadam. And automatically the desire to give up non-veg has come. So that is like very powerful this one actually. So we give the right input inside and output automatically happens. And yeah, definitely if somebody is like already having a doubt, like or feeling little bad towards eating non-veg, then to maar dena chahiye udhar. So like yeah, you should give it up. This is bad. Yes, Prabhu.
We should not think that we can access Lord through Lord. Then God only can reveal Himself.
Hmm. Hmm.
And even devotional service should not be pride or
Hmm.
even simplicity and gratitude should be there.
Hmm. Hmm.
Then we see that Prahlad Maharaj, for example, has even so many demigods are there, and they try to give prayer to others. They cannot be less, so we can be very careful to go there. And Prahlad Maharaj has the humility and we have got the dignity and things that and you are not eligible to do receive and unfortunately because of your merciful effort, so I can be able to maybe I'm successful or not successful, but I'm trying to be
Yes.
and through the prayers he glorifies the Lord. So God will be so merciful. So he will be peace.
Blessings to him. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes, Prabhu.
whatever we have, material problems, जो भी है, वो सब आनंद की कृपा से, संतों की कृपा से, हमारे पास है। तो और वो भाव कि जो भी है वो कृपा से ही है। या फिर अगर कभी ऐसा विचार है मन के अंदर कि जैसे मान लीजिए चार महाराज
हाँ?
चार महाराज करें, चार 4 rounds of chanting
हाँ.
हमने करा, तो we can see कि like Prabhuji is style and base, so like अगर हमें ऐसा भी जाए तो they are doing 16 माला और like भगवान 64 माला करते हैं, सतत नाम ले रहे हैं भगवान का, तो उनकी कृपा से ही हम जो भी नाम हमारा बन पा रहा है वो भी कृपा से ही है। या फिर अगर हाथ नहीं होते, पैर नहीं होते, वो भी कृपा से ही है, तो वो भी भाव की मतलब वो भी कृपा से सेवा जो बन पा रही है, या जो नहीं बन पा रहा वो कृपा से ही है।
Nice. Hare Krishna. So we will, close the session here. So I have to go for another this one. So we will just have kirtan. It is nice to have kirtan towards the end. So we'll just have a little kirtan, and then we will go. हाँ, मत कर दीजिए।